It's another beautiful day here in U.N.R.M. Everyone's going to class, graduation rates are skyrocketing, and acceptance rates are also quite high. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Anno 1800. Thank you all so very much for being here. There are a couple of announcements that I have to make, and they're pretty cool ones. The first thing is, well, actually, this one's really not a cool one, but if I were to pan the camera over to the right...
Not too many changes, I hope.
I'm gonna strangle that guy. Anyway, this is what I was gonna say. Sorry. I did say in the previous episode that I was gonna let the game run for a little bit of time so we wouldn't have to see the actual construction of the World's Fair here in U.N.R.M. I do apologize, I did not have the time to do so. Therefore, we're actually going to have to work on this little section, and then this will be the actual end. This will be the final episode for U.N.R.M. storyline, and we have built an absolutely incredible college campus.
The people celebrate your leadership.
There you go. An absolutely incredible place. I didn't think that was actually going to turn out this nice. I had an idea about it, but you know, overall, when I try to get into a build, I'm not entirely certain what I'm doing at the beginning, right? I kind of like to go with the flow, and I'm very happy with what we have designed here. I do agree with Patrick with regards to the ground planes. They are looking a little bit static, especially like the one this long stretch to the right, to the left of the train tracks. So we're going to work a little bit on that one here today. And additionally to that, we have some updates with regards to Imperium news, because quite frankly that is our thing and we have to talk about it. We have two new governors, my friends, two new excellent governors, and after this episode we are going to be working on their islands. So let us go ahead and talk about that. So on Raxus we have Governor Leni. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. He has shown interest in becoming a governor here in the New World, and based off of the geography of Raxus, there's many things that we can possibly do here, specifically with the oil. Oil's going to be pretty good. We have a gold deposit. We also have a mineral deposit, which is actually going to be kind of nice, and I think this would be a good place to actually produce a lot of ethanol, because ethanol production...
Ship under attack.
Are you kidding? Where? Well, okay. No, we're just gonna watch John get his ass whooped real quick. Oh, I love it when these ships fire. I don't think they'll destroy all of them. They might just like damage them for the most part, but then they'll just go away. Oh no, they're gonna tail them. Okay, well, we'll let that happen. So I'm thinking on Raxus, and Lainey, please let me know what you think, because it's really important that you guys have a hand in what happens on your islands. Ethanol production across the Imperium is definitely on the lower end. We definitely need a bunch, especially taking it to La Isla, because one of the main problems is we do have the items necessary, mostly through the orchids, but we're always short on ethanol. So getting that going would be pretty substantial, along with getting oil delivered over to U.N.R.M. Let's just see what this fool wants really quick. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Thank you. Go away. Oh my god, my game. What the heck happened? My entire game is blue!
An influence bonus.
Okay, hold on, cut. What the hell, man? You see how this dude is sabotaging me left, right, and center? He made my entire game blue. Ow, I just hit my hand on my desk. Come on, I moved this desk over here. This is just like a whole situation happening right now. I don't really even know how to describe it anymore. Anyway, so we'll probably have that stuff over here on Raxus, but on Traxios is going to be governed by Shadow. And I want to talk about Shadow for a second, because Shadow and his buddy Driver are working on a YouTube channel now. That is correct. And they have just started. They put out a video the other day. It's a Rome 2 Total War guide. I'm going to put the link to their channel in the description. And if you guys are interested, definitely go ahead and subscribe to them, like their stuff. Help them out, because, you know, I'm pretty certain these two, I've spoken to both of them through DMs and on Discord, and if you'd like to join Discord, if you're new here, link is in the description, obviously. They're both very, very nice people, very excited to grow a channel, and that level of excitement and zeal is what we all love and enjoy, okay? So go ahead and definitely take a look at their channel. I would very much appreciate it if you did so, and obviously they would. So on Traxios, we have a pretty decent amount of stuff, specifically with gold. We have a lot of gold deposits here. We have decent amount of oil, and we also have bauxite deposits. So I'm thinking we do a little bit of each. And we also do have some fertilities here. I'm not sure if Traxios would be the type of place to actually have a lot of farm fields. The only thing that I'll probably change out here would probably be the cotton to plantains. That way that I don't have to constantly bring in stuff for Traxios and allow Shadow to actually run this place by himself to a degree. Because on Raxus, Laney is totally capable of doing that with plantain fertility, and as well as sugarcane and corn. So that'll be fine for the long run. But Traxios does not have that. So I think I might actually be able to change it right now. I do not actually have to research it, but research points are no longer an issue because we have an entire island full of scholars. Love to see it. So if we were to go back to U.N.R.M for a second, I was trying to come up with a name for this complex. Like, I was discussing about having this be like the main place that, you know, new students would go when they come to U.N.R.M, and this will probably be the stadium equivalent for basketball games and stuff like that. And I was trying to come up with a name for this place, and I don't know why it didn't hit me before. We have a headmistress that's been literally kicking ass this entire time. We're gonna name it the Alicia Center. Why not, man? She's been doing an awesome job ruling this entire place. Everyone's happy on U.N.R.M. She's like the most decorated headmistress in the entire Imperium, so let's name the complex after her. Why not? So this is going to be named the Alicia Center. Hopefully you like it. And what we're going to do today is we're going to finish up this island to the best of our ability, and hopefully from here on progress towards the new world again to finish those other islands up for our new governors and get that going as well. So let's go ahead and start off with getting this side pretty much sorted. I'm gonna do I don't like that. Let's just go ahead and do like doubles like this, and we're gonna see how many of these guys we can fit in here, because I do want to make it look very nice. Let's see about putting in the university building. That's kind of close. I don't like that spot, but I can dig this spot. Yeah, let's put that one there. And I don't want to put it against the road. That's my only thing. I don't want to do that. We'll put 2 over there, and look at me, I'm remembering that we have to actually have one of these from the start. You know what we'll do? Oh yeah, definitely. 8 oil. How much oil do we even have in here? We have nothing. Okay. Do we have any ships that are coming? Oh boy. How much oil does Rantium even have right now? Not a lot, because all of it's going towards Amaryllis, I think.
Loading stations.
Even what the heck is going on? My oil routes are also... Oh yeah, by the way, I shipped Alonso's you-know-what over to Solaria, so we're just gonna go with... I don't even know. We'll just put this as Might for now until I figure out another name. What's the ship's name? Navarra. Navarra's Might. Let's go with that one. Navarra's Might. I've had it with Alonso. He's on Solaria now. He's caused way too many fires, and to be perfectly honest with you, I can't stand him anymore. So we'll get this whole electricity thing sorted, but what we need to do is we need to start researching these guys. Now, these two at the beginning, the Dean and Kaldi, are really good. This guy, on the other hand, I do like the bonus residence, and what I might potentially do here is flip-flop between the lineman, and there's another one for scholar residences. Hold on. Scholar residence. It's a telephone. There it is. The telephone repeater. And the main thing with this one is telephones is that one thing that these guys are going to want a lot, okay? They go through a lot of telephones very fast. Minus 25% on them is pretty substantial. So what I'm thinking is we count how many of the previous guys we need, get them in there first because they're a lot better, especially like with this guy, goods consumption reduction on hibiscus tea, but additional research points is fantastic. The Dean is also up there, but this guy is a little bit better. So let's see how many Kaldi we're going to actually need. So that, he's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we're gonna need 12 of him. And then we'll know how many get from the other ones. So let's go ahead and research him. And it's gonna be very easy for us at this point. So Caldi, the infuser of teas. We're gonna get 12 of you.
Have the cachet to attract them. I'm sure of it.
I don't know if that's actually gonna be 12 or 13. We'll keep it at 11, see what happens. So we'll also work on getting the Dean as well, because these guys, they're gonna be very, very good. And we'll get, I'll just go until it says 24 then. There we go. So we have those. We'll let that work for a time.
Can you imagine a life of...
And we'll just get to work on getting this section all done, because with those guys in our town halls, it's going to massively increase our effectiveness with our scholars.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
They teach you deep breathing exercises in anger management. I'm kidding. I've never been to anger management. Or have I? Oh, keep them guessing. Every team needs a wild card. Let's build another one over here, because we need to fit as many of these guys in as we can. This would be awkward placement, but at the same time, I kind of like it. I don't know why. Let's get a row here. I guess that's not really a row, is it? Put another home here. How far are you gonna go? Have them face each other. Okay, so that's too far away. Get this one here. And we can also fit one like right here, so they're actually going to be connecting. Let's face that in, and we'll face this one in, kind of. And this will be this spot, so that's pretty good. These guys are not within range. Why did I build them there? I guess I wasn't paying attention. Wouldn't be a first time. Okay, let's go ahead and get the roads built up in here. So we'll start out with a double. Makes it a little bit easier just to get our scholars to where they need to go. I guess they'll know that this is the spot to go to and from.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Wonderful. I think we destroyed Jean's ships before they even reached this harbor, because I didn't hear any other notifications. But then again, my game literally turned blue out of nowhere, so... We need to loop this around to here. Now, you better connect everywhere. I think you will, but I'm gonna put another road here just for good measure. Okay, so that's that spot, pretty sorted. Let's see how many homes we'll have left after this. Okay, and we're gonna build up this radio tower. And then what are we looking at? 39. Okay, we can definitely fit 39 in this little small corner. I wasn't sure if I wanted to actually build this side with scholars, but now that we're at this stage, we might as well. Okay, let's work on the second phase of the Alicia Center, and we will have these guys start up from like right here. So we'll have a wall in between them, a little barrier. You know what we could do potentially? We can actually move this one further forward. Or two. Let me get back to that one, actually. I was thinking about an idea, but I'm not certain if I want to implement that or not. This is not doing it for me anymore. I'm not going to put the fire station over there. I'll probably put it on the other side, because there hasn't been a fire back here. So, not really certain what even resulted in that fire even happening, but we'll see. We'll see later on. I'm gonna move this one back. Spin that over this direction. That should be a good spot for them. So this is gonna be a little bit more on the densely packed side. Yeah. And then where do we want... The radio tower needs to be close. So I'll put the radio tower like right here in front of the town hall. Go ahead and put this one over here, this one here. Probably leave that spot blank. So the university is over here. I don't think it'll reach these guys. Or it might, let's see. If I have the road going through here. Right? And then loop that around. Will the university reach all of them? Yeah, it will. So if I put a little road here too, it'll actually make it dark green. That's not bad. The only one that'll have a bit of a problem is this one, but what I can do is I can build a road back over here connecting these two, and I think that should be fine. Yeah, we can do something like this. Okay. And
People celebrate your leadership.
awesome. Let's go get a couple of scholar residences built over here as well. What would happen if I link these two up, really? I don't know, but we'll keep it like that. I think that should be sufficient enough for this side. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll have this road going through here, connecting these two. So let's just go ahead and finish this next section out. And that is technically the last section because I want to build something really cool over here. And it's absolutely not scholar related. It is just going to be complete beautification. And I hope everyone will love it because I've been thinking about it for a little bit of time now. And hopefully it'll turn out the way that I've been envisioning it. So we'll bring this over to here. We will extend this over to, let's say, right over here. And then we'll build this side over in here. And we will go from here over to like maybe this spot and then bring it up over to here and up to there. Lovely. Over on this side, we will
We're
just...
in the presence of a virtuoso.
Okay, that is actually a pretty decent envoy. Yeah. For the bars, it's actually pretty strong. And I never used him. I don't even know why I didn't. Well, no. I know why I didn't. I was lazy, to be perfectly honest with you. I became so upset the fact that my mods decided to, like, completely destroy Tabarim, and I spent so much time working on the place. It was just, ugh. But that's what happens when you implement mods from time to time. As you can clearly see, our game literally turned blue out of nowhere. That's going to be an incredible short. Okie dokie. That looks very nice. The other thing is, like, over here, I'm considering putting another one. It's the furniture store is not the one that I want. The department store for the briefcase.
Celebrate your leadership.
Yeah, the department store for the briefcase will probably be pretty good here. Let me see if... Okay, jump to product. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here. Because even though, like, I don't really care about the fact that they're consuming those boots, and I'm bringing in a whole bunch, I do like to have these around here. So, like, a drugstore and the furniture store and all these things. It'll make sense. It makes sense.
While my mind feeds on ideas, these shelves do not.
Okay, yeah, see, like, this one is pretty good. The pomade. Yeah, we'll have to start bringing in this stuff. So I'll just keep that over here as well. Just for total immersion purposes. It's not going to really be anything else. Okie dokie. So this is where the whole massive build project thingamabobber comes into play. Okay, because now we are going to have to do a lot of beautification work. And this is where patience is going to be a big factor. And as you all know me by now, I'm not the most patient of people. But we're going to see how this works. So this is going to be one of the main entrances to get into U.N.R.M, okay? And I want to actually... Where's that globe statue? It's right over here in it. Let's put the Imperium globe on both sides. Okay, we're going to use that. And then we're going to put banners along this way to go forward. All right. It's actually a very nice way to get in. And then the good thing is that I can actually put down these fountains at relative equal intervals here. So that works out very well. And I think putting a couple of these trees, you know, just dotting them around as we normally do, would work wonders over in this spot, okay? So we're essentially just mapping this out so we can build around it. We're not going to put any hot air balloons here, but what we're going to be doing is having a lot of information kiosks. And the very first thing that you're going to need, obviously, is going to be a couple, you know, sections for maps. And you can even have a postcard vendor, you know, have this Iron Towers vendor, Because like you're coming here as a new student, okay? You want to know what's going on, you want to know what's happening, and it's important to have stuff like these on a campus, in my opinion. So we'll have a pavilion there, a pavilion here. Actually, the better pavilion comes from this pack that I really like, and I'll put that one over on this side. Oh, there's a penny farthing over there. I never noticed that. That's kind of cool. All right.
I'm delighted to introduce our new...
So we're going to be hearing that a lot because I have at least 10,000 engineers that are helping me out in that regard. And I want to put some of the enclosed greenery in the front here to like, you know what? Let's get rid of this tree. We'll do this. Oh, that's the wrong one. Enclosed greenery up to here. And, you know, I'll just... If it makes it thicker... No, I don't want to make it thicker than it already is. Let's just keep it like this. Very pretty on this side. So that's a good entryway. Over on this side, there is a ornament. I believe it's in the specials. No, it's not. It's in the seasons for bonus. It's the Traveler's Kiosk. So we'll keep that there. It's not... This is not being advertised as a tourist location. Obviously, we have not built any hotels here, and we're not planning on building any hotels here. We are essentially just simulating the fact that this is where a lot of the students are going to start their college life at, because this is where they're coming in from. Let's see. We can have a cool statue be right over on this corner, and we can fill out the remainder here with some additional paving. There's some open spots over here, so let's go ahead and put down a billboard. What's this one? Oh, that's for Halloween. I mean, Halloween is coming up, so shoot, why not? Let's just put that there. Right. We can have the silver tree reward back here. Oh, you know what? Let's in fact get this bigger tree. And I think we might be able to position it well over here. Yeah, there we go. That's actually a really nice spot for that. Not gonna worry about chest tables and stuff like that, but what I will do is put a couple more trees.
The people celebrate your leadership.
In Fort Drum. Nice. Okay. And we already have the fountain there, so I don't think we're gonna need another fountain. But what we can do is around this, we'll put 2 of these lovely globes, and we'll just fill out in the middle here. What can we put though? I guess another pavilion would do really well over here. You know what I really wish this game had was just animated people. Okay, why doesn't it have that? Why was that idea never thought of? Or was it thought of and it's coming in like a future pack? I have no clue. I'm really loving this enclosed greenery, even more and more that I use it. It's incredible. Oh, I need to fill out this spot then. Let's get the key over to here, and then we will just pretty much fill it out with some seating and get rid of these horrid boxes. I hate the boxes. There we go. That looks a lot nicer. Wonderful. The only problem is how do they get in here? So I didn't really think of that, did I? I can get rid of this. Oh my god, I almost got rid of the actual... Ooh, that would have been terrible. And we can go ahead and put down one of these lookout points, probably like over here. That'll be kind of cool. So we're doing a lot of beautification work around the Alicia Center. Let's get one of these pavilions right over here. You know, I would have an ornate one in the back here because there's some room. Wonderful. And go ahead and put this down over here. We don't have a lot of banners over in this area. I need to get rid of all these trees. That's what I really need to do. That way I can see what I'm doing. We can have some food options over here as well, I think would be kind of cool. So we'll have this one, we'll have this one right over here, and then we'll have the drink stand. We will also have a sandwich shop. So it's just the usual suspects, I guess, is probably the best way of putting it. So I have some family tables. I'll just put them like in a checkerboard fashion, but then I'll also have like some couples tables as well.
The epidemic spreads across your city.
Why did I think it was actually here on Solaria? Okay, well, we have one ruin. I don't care, and neither does Sapphire. So if they get sick, it's their own fault. That's the way that it was explained to me, and that's what's happening. Let's go ahead and put a telephone booth over here. Also gonna put this over here. We don't really need that per se. What other? There's a solitary table, so you can do something like that as well. And let's just fill that out. And this spot as well. I want to put some of the enclosed greenery separating these two for some reason. Do something like that, yeah. So that means I'm gonna actually have to move the telephone booth, and that's fine. Looking very pretty. So there's room for one in the back? Okay, good. We don't have any room over here, so we got that all sorted. So we're gonna have to put back the telephone booth, and the telephone booth is right over here. Oh, that's actually a nice spot for it in the back. Okay. Now, going around this edge, as you can clearly see, we have a very ugly warehouse. So I'm gonna fix that really quick and change that to look in that direction. What I want to do along the side here is get some of the purple flower bed and kind of...
The epidemic left buildings abandoned.
Right. And loop it around here. Okay. So this is going to be the whole second section. Let's just go and rebuild that place really quick. And rebuild this one. So Sapphire's a little ill.
Ready for action.
For another 5 minutes and 42 seconds. Not a big problem. She's strong. Very strong person. Very cool person, actually, too. Very knowledgeable about the game. Okay, we have a lot of trees. We're going to get rid of all of them. Now comes the Mac Daddy. So, we... What I was...
Fire broke out.
Can I just beautify once? Where's the fire? I have not been to this island in such a long time. You guys were doing such a good job not having any fires and just existing as a fair village. Literally, I've not done anything with this island ever. Okie dokie. Back to what I was thinking. So, Patrick did actually mention that we did not put down any of these ornaments. So I'm thinking we put the obelisk right in the middle. But that means we're going to actually have to bring in some resources for this. And I do have the Navara, so I'm going to use the Navara to bring this stuff in. We're going to need 100 cement, 50 brass, and 25 gold bricks. So I want to imagine that Rantium has those.
Only are reporting in.
Let's head on over to Rantium really quick and see what we can get. What the heck? What happened? Wrong ship. This ship.
Carrier about.
What are we missing here on might? Ah, steel. Yeah, we're out of steel. That's not good. Why are we out of steel? Probably because we don't even have enough of the elevators themselves. We've been trading them so much. So that means that we're going to actually have to get some steelworks here. Okay, that's probably something that we'll probably have to work on. But so far, so long as we have enough elevators going to Amaryllis and U.N.R.M for the time being, we should be okay-ish. I'll just have to look at that a little bit later, because that's not the main goal right now. So we'll get that stuff over here, and I want to start off by doing something similar, which case, if this is even, right, in the middle, it's not, well, from this point it is.
Has been vanquished.
Great. So that's going to be the walkway going towards the obelisk itself. Okay. And then the way to get from here out would probably be in this direction. Okay. Is that even? It's not like... Oops, that is the wrong spot. Yep, there we go. So that'll look a little bit nicer once we have it all built up and whatnot. I think we can have a combination of... Hold on. Where's the... Wrong. I've just gone moronic. Maybe... something like this?
A bit of a coup securing their expertise.
That looks pretty nice. Have some columns heading in this direction as well. That works quite well. We'll have another column right over here too. And in between the columns, we'll have banners facing inward. Lovely. You can also do the same over here. Won't have one on that end, but we'll have two over here. And we'll make it easy on ourselves and we'll just put them like so. Really great. So we just need to get the goods. Did you arrive? Okay, we're gonna need some cement, and I hope you have it. We need 100 cement. We don't have any brass here. That kind of sucks, but we should have gold. So bring the gold. We'll bring that. More than likely, the might or Navarro's might have
Room to maneuver.
brass. We do have brass here. Okay, let's grab some brass from here, and then we'll take this over to U.N.R.M so we can get the obelisk built up. And we've gotten 2 Chaldi in this time frame, which is fantastic. How are we looking on this? Another 12 minutes until we get that sorted. More than likely, we're gonna have to bring in some additional goods here, and that's fine. Let's go ahead and continue the flower bed over to here, and then around like this. Is it going into anything? Yeah, it is. So we'll just loop this around like that. Great. And my favorite one of the fountains, we got to go over here to High Life. We'll put one over here, put one like right over here, and we'll put one here. So what I might actually do is fill this.
Your leadership.
Nice, Eva. Thank you. Oh, you know what I could have done? I think I will do this. Let's just go ahead and put down... Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know exactly what we need to do. Awesome. That's cool. That's very cool. Now, we are gonna need some additional stuffs over here. We can have like a big souvenir complex over here, I guess. So we can put like one souvenir stand over here, go over to the bonus, put this thing. Do we have any more buildings like that? I've never really gone ahead and explored that option. I do like this duck pond quite a bit. I might put this duck pond like right here, because I don't really use it much. And then we'll put down 2 of these arcades. Passage only has that. That's really underwhelming. Maybe we can have... We can have one of these over here. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we have much as a... Like, I don't want to put anything from these, really. It just doesn't fit. I mean, apart from, like, maybe putting the steel fence work behind these to add some additional lights to this area, which does make it look very... It makes it look very French-like architecture, and I can dig it. Actually, let's go ahead and do just that. Let me get rid of the statue. We'll put it somewhere else. We'll get this all the way to here. You know what? Let's get rid of the very middle. Over to here. We'll also get rid of the middle section over here. Going to here. And we'll experiment with ground planes. Let's see if we can add a little bit of variety to the walkway. Yeah. Very nice. I like that a lot. Very pretty. Let's put one of these. I really like these pedestrian bridges. And they're random, so I can just put it like right over here, and that should be pretty nice. And then over in here, what we can do is just have like a large grass like area. But what we have to do is we actually have to link everything up with paving, as I've done multiple times before, just to make everything look nicer. And we'll have a long stretch that goes from here. We'll have a double, and then we'll go all the way to here and up. That is fantastic. We'll also do the same here, but seeing as how they're all connected, really, starting from this duck pond, I'm not going to do a bunch. I'll just have, like, maybe this. Looking very nice. Okay. The pedestrian bridge is looking rather awkward. I don't like its placement anymore. And I'm going to get rid of this row. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense to me. Very nice. Now, this is me being lazy, but I just want to see what this will look like with tempered grove all around. That actually looks very nice. And you know what? I'm embracing the laziness. It's a very tranquil park. Now, all we have to do is build up the obelisk and we'll be all right. Let's get some of that brass. Where's the brass at? It's 100, right? Or was it on 75? Oh, it's 50. Okay, so 50, 25. That's what we needed. Okay, so we got some steel in here. We're getting some more elevators, so that's fine. Hopefully that'll be enough. The problem is we're just trading so much of it that I knew eventually was gonna be a problem. So we might actually have to invest in getting some steel works in here as opposed to like another one of these complexes. Because okay, so that's going to U.N.R.M. So they're full up on elevators right now. More than likely they're trading a lot of it with Amaryllis because Amaryllis is going through a lot of elevators. Yeah, see, I mean, that's also full. Maybe it's Rantium then. Let's see, where are the elevators at? Then where are all the elevators going, man? If U.N.R.M. is bringing them back, then what the hell? That makes no sense. Yeah, so once we get the Alicia Center actually built up fully, then this area will be completely done. And I think this is by far one of my favorite builds ever doing in this entire campaign. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this entire experience and you are motivated to try and do something similar. That's really important. Like if you're motivated to try, then I consider that a win. Let's put a fountain over here. And I'm going to put one of the Western statues probably right here. And we'll have a smaller one right over here. So we were essentially moved over from beautifying that spot because it's pretty much done, really. We just need to get the obelisk built up. And back here, I think I'm going to continue on with the purple flower beds because they do look quite nice as contrast. And we'll bring this all the way over to here. We have like little sections in the middle that we'll work on. Oh, give me some of that. Can't put this over here, unfortunately. But we can probably do something like this. That actually looks very pretty. Put a couple of these. There's some random spots. We already have one there. We have some there. We'll put this one here. I'm not sure what to do in the back there. Oh. Okay. I just raised both of my hands up. I'm the greatest Anno player ever lived or will be. I'm just kidding. No, absolutely not.
Don't think you'll be getting any more.
Okay, she agrees. No. That's an entirely different thing. Thanks, Anne. 55,000. Great. Totally like making a killing with her too. She's giving us a lot of money. Let's get a hot air balloon over here. So we have one on the other side, so I don't mind having one here too. Let's have an entire walkway of these fountains. They look very pretty. I put it over here, man. Where's the hold on. Get my silver tree in here. We also have this fountain square. That's a lot of fountains. Dude.
A
Like,
bit of a coup securing their expertise.
knowing me, if I go near all these fountains, this might be TMI. I don't care. You all are here for it. You know me well enough at this point. I would go to the bathroom like no tomorrow. Okay. I'm that person that when I get nervous, I gotta go to the bathroom. So if I go near all this water, okay, you better believe you're stopping near the nearest restroom. I don't care where the heck we are. We're gonna stop. And if you don't stop, then I'm just gonna complain at you the entire time. Like, oh my god, you want me to go to the bathroom right here? If we'll do it, I will do it. Do not test me. Where's the touristy thing? I need the luggage carts. Luggage. We also have some more luggage here. We're gonna need where's this? Let's get rid of one piece over here. Did my ship arrive? Probably it did. All right, and let's go ahead and build up the obelisk. Awesome. That is so pretty. Yeah, we are out of electricity, so that's not fun. As long as the Research Institute isn't suffering because of lack of electricity, then I think we'd be okay. We just need to get this situated. I think either Traxios or Raxus will be helping us out in this regard, because this island is going through a lot of oil, more than I predicted. Why? What is happening in my game today? I'm very, very concerned. It turned blue. I definitely did not see a chunk of U.N.R.M for a time. I'm starting to get a little concerned. Naturally, I have backup saves, so in the event, God forbid, that something were to happen, I do have that all situated. So I think my game is just being moronic today. Where is the purple? Let's do this. Pretty. Street map with awning, thank you. Oh, pavilion in there looks very nice. Tree. Why are there no trees over on this side? Why did I only put the trees on this side? Did I just like move over there? I think that's exactly what I did. Tree. So big park back here. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna put the trees in the back over here. What I will do is we'll just have some grass. Some grass or maybe just some temperate grove. One of the two. We'll put another map right over in here. Put a wooden pavilion and then some luggage in the middle. That looks very nice. Fantastic. There are little empty sections over here. Can we put... Yeah, we can definitely do that. Sure. A lot of luggage dotted around over on this side. Let's get that. Okay, I think we're good on this side too. So then we're gonna go ahead and get this. Oh, nice, superstructure done. Let's go ahead and build that one up. Okay, so this is the next thing. We're gonna need some wood veneers. We're also gonna need some steam motors. Easy peasy with both of those. Let's send the Navarra back over to Navarra's Might and get those.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Because I know we have both of that. Yeah, I don't know where the heck all these elevators are going. But we need to make more. We cannot run out of elevators. That is absolutely crucial. That is our backbone for our trade. Which means we're probably going to have to get a steel complex going back here. Or if there's enough steel on Inferno, let's head over there really quick. There is enough steel here. But if I start exporting the steel from here,
Where to?
then I'm not entirely certain this area will be able to hold out. I know it will with regards to the coal, but I don't know if it will with regards to its production of like penny farthings and sewing machines, because I can't have either of those go down. It's probably wood.
I need for my canvas.
Yeah, I know. If only you could change the input of that too. At any rate, I have to think about this. I need to stare at the game long enough to figure out a decent plan, because I don't think the steam motors are the problem at this stage. It's more so just the steel themselves, because these guys produce elevators like ridiculously fast. So that's the fastest they go. 530%. Yeah. There's nothing else I can do to make this faster, because we have all the stuff that we need in here for that. The only other idea would be to have a secondary complex of elevator production over in like this corner instead of the steelworks or the steam motor perks. So we'll have to see.
The crane.
All right, it was 150 and 150, right? That is correct. Okie dokie.
Aye.
Where are you? 150, 150. Let's go.
Begin the turn.
Wonderful. Let's get the grass going over here in the back. Or would this look better? No, that does not look better. I'll tell you what will look better. Having the little checkerboard idea. Or the stripes. Beer festival here. Nice. Let's go ahead and change this
People
one.
celebrate your leadership.
Oops, that's the wrong one. What was the color changer thingy? I need to find it. I have forgotten now. I've gone moronic again. Where is a park? There is one. I think we have one on Rantium. Do we not? Yeah, we do. Definitely down here. Okay, give me one of these. You need to come over here. A whole bunch of these little lines, and it'll make it look nice once it's all done. This is why I don't talk about keybinds, because I tend to forget them all the time. Put that there. I guess we'll do some stuff over here that's different. Okay, give me the other shade, please. You know what? It actually works really well going into these trees that are dotted around. I like that. I like that quite a bit. What do we put back here? You know what? We can put the skyscraper model. Let's do that. And then we'll have a couple trees. Maybe. And then a drink shack. So I would like some food options over in the back here. That's the bread stand, so we can put like the pizzeria over here in this corner. Is there a way that we can extend the paving over there? Not really, but I guess it can work. I guess it can work. Where the heck did I build that one? Oh, it was over there. So this side is empty now? Okay. Well, you know what? The okay thing here is that I will actually get rid of this last section. And then put it like that. Alright. Can we fit another one of these in the middle here? Yeah, we can. I'm an absolute genius. Love to see it. So it's looking a little boring back here. I'm not gonna put the trees down, but what I will do is I'll put a newspaper stand and like some benches probably. Yeah, that makes it at least a little bit more lively. This section, I have no freaking clue, man. No clue whatsoever. I don't really want to use these. That's for something else. I guess I can build another park here. Or I did put Temperate Grove around here, didn't I? I did. Yeah, I think that's actually sufficient enough. Man, an entire island of scholars. And I still need to boost them with more stuff. Okay, let's put these in here, and we'll get to work on the next phase. All right, start please. We have enough windows. We have all the stuff necessary. What's really needed right now is just stuff for these department stores. So, and a stable oil route, because now...
Science, art, spirits everywhere.
Jesus, okay. So how much oil are you bringing? 400? Okay, so that'll hold us out for some time.
Securing their expertise.
Let's go ahead and put Caldi down in a couple of these town halls then. Is he in this one? Yeah, he is in this one. So we'll put him in this one. This is actually one of the larger sides. Oh, we have 4 of him already? Okay. So what does he do again? Okay, so research points +4. Residents provide bonus research points from hibiscus tea and happiness. And then goods consumption reduction. That's what we really like to see. That's on the smaller end, so I'm not going to worry about that one. This is actually a pretty decent size. We'll put one of them here. Put the other one right over here. This is also pretty substantial. Nice. So we're generating a lot of research points. 726,000 total. That's insane. I was really kind of hoping that we would make it to 1 million. It still might have been possible if I just put, like, instead of doing beautification work, I would have put some over in, like, this corner for scholar residences, because I do have some more. I have 20 more, so I could have easily done that. But I guess in this stage, sometimes, as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think at this stage, I'd rather go with more of a beautiful campus that's really functional than trying to fit like every individual scholar residence that I have over into here. It would kind of be broken if they would have allowed for research institutes to be built on every single island. But I was actually thinking, what happens if you actually take Crown Falls and turn this behemoth into an entire scholar complex? You ever think about that one? That would be nutty. Absolutely nutty. Can we build any more of these? No, we're still at 98. I need to finish out this side. That little piece, I need to put that there. And then we're going to build this side of the back of the palace and hopefully build some wings in here. The good thing is that because we do have a lot of islands that are still uncolonized and need to be built on, eventually this thing will be fully built to the way that I'm envisioning it. So it takes time to get to that point. But yeah, this island, I definitely say, once we get the center actually built up fully, this will be fantastic. This is definitely one of my most ambitious builds I've ever done. Before we actually end off the episode, though, let's just see what we can do with this stretch. Make it a little bit less boring. For now, I'll just put these trees here, but I'll have to look at it a little bit more to see what we can potentially do. Because the flower beds, they work, in my opinion, but I'm kind of digging the ground planes more, just based off of where they are. So, I mean, I definitely put down a lot of flower beds today, that's for certain. I built every section of this spot, right? Did I miss anything? Oh, I did. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I was kind of hoping we could have finished this by the end of the episode, but I don't think it's possible. Oh, there's still a whole nother section of this. Oh, I completely forgot. Okay, so let's just simulate being a new student coming to U.N.R.M, okay? And the only way to do that is to go to ground level. I remembered that keybind. I'm stuck. So you're coming through here, and you're immediately greeted
more beautiful
by all these. You have the street maps and everything, and then the center right over here. I don't know why this thing is crooked. Is it meant to be crooked? I think it's meant to be a little bit crooked. Yeah, or lopsided. So you come right through here. You go into the center for orientation. All these guys are working right now, obviously. But then you can go from the back here, I guess. Have a little food court over in this side. Lots of people here already. That's fantastic. And then you also have the foreman over here that's talking about all this stuff. How come they're all on the husky end, man? It's because they don't want to work. It's actually a joke that my dad said a long time ago. He's like, anybody who is in charge normally are the bigger end. But that's him kind of included, because eventually, because my dad was a professional engineer for many years, he would actually drive in his truck, the company truck they would give him across the job sites, and he would get out quite a lot. He was definitely the hands-on professional engineer, not the type to always just sit in the truck. And then you come over here and you have the obelisk. Is it facing the right way? Yeah, it is. I couldn't see the cross on the top properly. I guess I could have also just looked at the writing. And it's cool to see that we have scholars walking around in here too. That's fantastic. We have our banners over here. I guess I should walk on the ground planes. From an actual, like, ground perspective, these things look a lot nicer. A lot more crisp than you get from the aerial view. And you have the scholar residences and part of the university highway. So we'll head up in this direction. Have the radio tower. Oh, those guys probably don't have the radio tower back there. I probably need to add it. If there's even room. If not, then I won't even worry about it. Very pretty. See the airship in the back. See, like, this entrance is probably one of my favorites because of the pedestrian bridges going into this side. Very nice. Very nice indeed. You have the department store, the drugstore, all these cool stuff. We'll be soon opening to help out our scholars get what they need. Because obviously, getting food, all the amenities that are required to go to school are really important. You don't really want to stress about stuff like that. You have enough to stress about when you go to school anyway. And you know, the more I'm actually, like, putting out content, the more I understand what niche I actually have developed. I'm definitely more on the story-driven side. Not so much on the teaching aspect. I think the teaching aspect, while it is doing well, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely the type that likes to come up with stories and get involved in the stories rather than teach. But at the same time, you know, a lot of people have told me that the guides have been helping them out with their builds and, you know, people putting their ideas into the mix, and it's all wonderful. It's a wonderful collective. And that lady almost just got run over by a train. That's great. Good thing that you have university healthcare. Let's go. And we're going to go over here towards the main institute in the back. Both sides looking phenomenal. Scholars from all over. People from all over. Oh man, this is amazing. You know, the part that was actually the most concerning for me was where the heck do I put the actual research institute? I wanted it in the middle. Actually, before the episode started that we were going to begin working on U.N.R.M, I had actually placed the Research Institute in like 4 different locations to figure out which one would be the nicest. This one was definitely the best. Putting it right dead middle. We have some people over there celebrating because it's a beer festival here today. We have the Imperium's influence, I mean Imperial influence everywhere. But we have the actual palace administration over here. I would imagine that's where Alicia has her her office, but we have the beautiful scene of the canal. We have a hospital. I didn't put a hospital back there. They'll be fine. They'll be fine, I think. I don't know. It happens. You get sick, it happens. More than likely, we're gonna definitely have routine immunizations, so that's definitely gonna help out on all the illnesses that might potentially pop up over here. So that's another way to go to the other side. So many people happy over here. It's incredible. Alrighty, so in the next episode, we are going to finalize Alicia's center over there in the back. and we are going to be heading back over to the New World to help out our 2 new governors get their islands put together so we can start on that. U.N.R.M turned out to be an incredible build. This place is absolutely amazing. I wish I could get accepted here. I wish that such a place even existed. You know, I wouldn't have gone to UNLV. I would have gone here. 100% I would have. UNLV, it's hot, it's awful. You just sweat everywhere in places you didn't even know existed. It's just a whole situation. But thank you.
Of a coup securing their expertise.
I'll accept that one. Thank you so much for everybody being here, supporting me, supporting the channel, helping the channel grow. I will do this full time. 100% I would do this full time. It will eventually reach that point, and you guys are making that happen every single day. I couldn't be any more appreciative of you. You guys are incredible. Go and check out ShadowDriver's channel. His link is going to be in the description. Please do that for me. You guys have done a lot for me. He's starting out with his friend. Let's help each other out. It's already difficult enough growing as a new channel here on YouTube. The best way to do that is to support one another. Okay? So, until next time, please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. Thank you all so very much, as always, and I will catch you on the next episode, my Rantians.